Once upon a time in a small and peaceful village, there was a person known by everyone for their generosity and willingness to help. Whenever someone needed assistance, you were there, ready to offer your hands and time, regardless of how tired you were. It didn't matter if it was a small or large task. You always smiled and said yes, even when your body and mind were begging for rest. However, as the days went by, you began to realize that this cycle of saying yes was becoming exhausting. More and more people came to ask for your help, and not knowing how to refuse, you attended to everyone, neglecting to care for yourself. As time passed, you noticed that although you were always surrounded by people, a feeling of loneliness and exhaustion grew within you. One day at the end of a long workday, you sat down on a bench in the square, watching the evening sky, feeling drained. At that moment, a wise friend approached and, noticing your distress, decided to share a valuable lesson. "You are a person with a big heart," they began, "but you cannot carry the world on your shoulders. Helping is a virtue, but you also need to learn to take care of yourself. When you say no, you're not being selfish. You're preserving yourself to continue helping in the future." These words deeply touched your soul, and you began to reflect on your life. You started to realize that by allowing yourself to rest and care for your own needs, you were actually strengthening yourself to continue being useful to those around you. You also understood that by saying no, you were offering others the chance to learn, grow, and become more self-sufficient. As the days went on, you began to practice this new approach. When someone asked for your help, you evaluated whether you had the capacity to fulfill the request. On some occasions, you gently explained that you couldn't assist at that moment, encouraging the person to find their own solutions. To your surprise, by doing this, you didn't lose the admiration and affection of those around you. On the contrary, they began to respect your boundaries even more, and the village started to function more collaboratively, with everyone learning to help one another. The inner peace that came from this new attitude was the greatest reward. You discovered that true strength lies not only in helping others, but also in knowing when to rest and allowing others to learn from their own experiences. And so, at the end of a long day, you remembered the words of wisdom from your friend and the new path you had chosen to follow. You looked toward the horizon and smiled, feeling peace in your heart. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. Ecclesiastes 3:1. Be a blessing.